Hello everyone, Assistant Narrator Richardson signing in. And before we start this SCP, I think I should go over the definition of an infovore. Well, kind of. You'll see what I mean in a minute. So, an infovore is a person who indulges in or desires information gathering and interpretation. But I think for this SCP, an infovore or Infovorous, this SCP is actually eating information. So I just thought I'd get that cleared up before I start narrating this SCP, just for anybody working down in the lab who is confused. Although probably they already know because they are above me. Anyway, let's start, shall we? Item number SCP-7404. Object class neutralized. Site responsible, intranet-1. Director, ASE.AIC. Research head, Theta U-7404. Assigned task force, not applicable. Threat level, green. Special containment procedures. The SCP-7404 slot has been designated the burial site of SCP-7404 and arranged as such. To this end, SCP-7404 has been declassified to the public. Description: SCP-7404 was a hostile Infovorous entity that could traverse analog and electronic database systems. When encountered, it generally manifested as a drawing of a mythological hellhound. SCP-7404 was first encountered by the SCP Foundation on the 13th of February 2010, when it was caught eating the contents of the USN VBR Site 56 database backup. Between then and the 4th of the 1st, 2022, SCP-7404 would regularly target the Foundation's data centers, eating as much as it could before detection. It would be contained 6 times, where it would remain for an average of 6 months before escaping. Unlike most Infovores, SCP-7404 was subject to disease and aging. Drawings of SCP-7404 aged as time went on, and from December of 2021 onward, examination of such drawings revealed it to be suffering from hemangiosarcoma, a cancer that affects the cell lining of blood cells, common in canines. On the 4th of January 2022, SCP-7404 willingly entered containment and established communication with the SCP Foundation. SCP-7404 knew of its condition, and in return for comfort, care, and future burial, it agreed to cease its hostilities. These terms were accepted on the 6th of the 1st, 2022. Addendum: SCP-7404 envisioned its grave in a lush garden full of poppies, flowering cacti, and lily of the Nile. It imagined these gardens teemed with butterflies and honeybees, and that small birds might perch upon the trees to sing pleasant songs to all who gathered. A small pond would cut through these gardens, where koi and pond skaters swam freely about. This garden could be marked with benches and walkways, just enough to relax its guests, but not enough to encroach upon its natural beauty. Visitors would always be welcome, provided they did not disturb the secluded peace. In the centre of the garden would stand a mausoleum, locked from within. Visitors may peer through the iron bars of its doors at the coffin, upon which a stone facsimile of SCP-7404 sits with an unknown man in repose. Otherwise, they may read the poem engraved upon the mausoleum's 4 faces. Nature's first green is gold, her hardest hue to hold. Her early leaf's a flower, but only so an hour. Then leaf subsides to leaf. So Eden sank to grief. So dawn goes down to day. Nothing gold can stay. SCP-7404 chose the tomb of Pacheco as the model of its grave marker. When asked of its significance, SCP-7404 declined to answer. And that's the end of the document. A bit sad, isn't it? Like, I mean, it started as a bit of a problem for the Foundation, but then it just wanted to die in peace, I guess. Anyway, that's it for this one. Goodbye. Hello everyone, CreepyOtter here, and I just want to say thanks to UraniumEmpire for this SCP. Really good SCP, I enjoyed it a lot. Go check the stuff in the description below of the article. And also I hope you're enjoying the second of this week's short SCPs. It's the special that's only lasting this week. So yeah, anyway, if you liked the video, please like and subscribe. And if you want to support me more, my Ko-fi is in the description below. And talking about my Ko-fi, we have the following people to thank: Toad King, Agent Maxwell, Dr. Ferron Sherman, /Site42, Ico, Grave Creations, Pro Renatura, Dilligath, Redacted, and Sub 9-3. I can't even put into words how thankful I am for all your support. Recently, as I said, we had the monitor problem, and you all supported me so much that I could get a new monitor and carry on recording videos, so thank you. It means a lot. Anyway, that's it for this one. I'll see you in the next one as always. Goodbye.